What is up, Ludi Bros Army? It's your boy, Big Bro Lamar Ludi, sitting down to go over my first round matchup from the Rising Phoenix Odyssey YouTube Creator Tournament. This is the second time that I went ahead and joined up in this tournament, and it's going to look like it's going to be another all-world involved set of battles here. Today I was battling my opponent. He's from Australia, so this was my first time facing off with somebody from down under, and we're going to see a matchup of Jiren versus Finn. So I went ahead, started things off by going first. I did some of the standard Jiren stuff, charging, using the leader's effect to go ahead and take a life and search the top 7, playing out a 1-drop and then tapping 1 for the unison, and then at the end of the turn playing out a Jiren. My opponent was running Finn, and I'd matched up with Finn before. I actually have some videos here on the channel where I matched up with Finn. You get to go ahead and check those out if you want to see how those matchups played out. But this Finn seemed to be a little bit different from my previous encounters with him. I really liked playing in this tournament. It's a lot of fun. The last time I played, which was I think 2 seasons ago, I matched up with some DBS players from the UK. I matched up with a DBS player from Chile, so down in South America, and I just had a great time doing that. So this time around, I had to sit out last time because I had some school. I was working on school and doing some personal things, but this time around, I was able to go ahead and take part. And getting things started off, I just really enjoy meeting up with people from this DBS community, and it's just a lot of fun. So shout out to Rising Phoenix Odyssey for putting this on, and then setting things up. He sets everything up on Discord and gets all these different YouTube creators. Some of them you probably know. If you're a YouTube creator, you might want to reach out to Rising Phoenix because he puts this on about 2 times a year. And it's a lot of fun to go ahead and take part in this, and you get to meet a lot of people. This time around, we were able to bring in 3 people per channel, so 3 people per team, if you're going to consider it a team. So usually last time, my little bro and I, we worked together, and we went ahead and played in the tournament. This time around, he sat out, so I had a couple of people from my locals at Endgame Cards and Anime in Ventura who went ahead and teamed up with me to represent the channel, represent Ludi Bros Entertainment. So back to this action. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I just wanted to give that brief introduction into this tournament before I started actually commentating the action here. But you can see Jiren going ahead and doing some standard Jiren things, trying to load up the field on turn 2, trying to be aggressive, and swinging in now here with the unison at the leader, swinging in just 10, comboing away that Toa, and then the leader going to go ahead and swing. And once again, I don't think there's going to be any counters, swinging in just with 10, and then another combo to fight out of that attack. Going to the end of the turn here, we're going to go ahead and play out a 1-drop off of that Unison's effect, and drawing 1, and then passing turn over. So here comes Finn. Now the thing I was saying about Finn is only going to be as strong as the cards it's playing against. Like, that's the funny thing about the way that the deck is designed, because that Finn leader, he'll take cards, put them underneath him, and he's going to gain their effects. So if you have something with dual attack, the leader's going to gain dual attack, or if you have something with double strike, he's going to gain double strike. So here we go. He went ahead and snatched away one of my battle cards, put it under his leader, and that allowed him to awaken. And so we were just talking about the Jirens that are on the board. I love how much technology has been able to, make the world a smaller place. I mean, to have a guy in California such as myself playing against somebody from Australia, I mean, that's awesome. So we're able to sit down, and luckily the both setups are pretty nice, and we can see everything on both sides of the board, and you're able to play. So here we go. We're just getting some effects down for Finn, and we're talking about the unison here. This is the Majin Buu unison. So he's going to go ahead and steal the 1-drop Jiren and put it underneath the leader. And now here comes the swing at the unison with the leader. Now there's no targets on board anymore for the Spirit Boost. So that's why I was talking about this Jiren matchup, needing those targets on board, but Finn was able to clear them from off of the board, and then that makes it easy to swing in on the unison, knocking off 2 markers from him, spinning back everything that was on the underneath the leader. So now I'm going to go ahead and restand everything, charging myself up to 3. And then just a quick question on Boo, wondering exactly what his effects were. and he's just got the 1 marker left on it, and then when he pluses 1, he goes up to 20k beat stick, but when he does the minus, then that's what's going to slide the battle cards underneath the leader. So now I'm going to go ahead and plus up the Unison back up to 2, the leader's effect taking a life, and then searching, looking to play out a 1-drop Universe 11. Let's see, so this is going to be played out, or... Okay, so I think that was actually a misplay on my part because I was supposed to be looking for one to play out. So that was a misplay on my part, catching that here. And that's another thing too, why it's always good to go back and watch your videos, because then you can see, you know, some parts where you make mistakes or you make a misplay. And I believe that was one right there. So tapping 1 to go ahead and evolve into this 5-drop Jiren. Now when you evolve in him, you're going to draw 1, and then you're going to give a boost to another battle card or the leader card. It gave it to the leader. So now leader swinging in. And here's Absorption of Doom for free. Now this counter gave me fits in this matchup because it's going to go ahead and only allow 2 more attacks per turn. So when you have an aggressive deck like Jiren that just wants to swing early on, you can kind of run into some trouble when you're facing off with that counter card. Swinging in with this Jiren at the Unison, knocking him off of the field, re-standing him, and swinging into the leader to finish off that last attack. Comboing away the 2 skillless cards because I didn't want them to be taken by the leader on this next turn. And so he has 19, so he's going to take that hit. So now here we go. We're going to play out a 1-drop because of that Unison's effect. And I decided to go ahead and play Jiren here. When he's played, I'll search the top 5. And looking for a red Jiren or a Unison card, grabbing a Unison. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have played out the card because then that gives targets for the leader to go ahead and absorb. I could have just sat on those 5-drop Jirens because they have the effect if there is a card or 2 cards, or if this card would be removed from the battle area, if that Jiren would have been removed from the battle area, then I could go ahead and either take the 2 cards from underneath it, or I could take a life to keep them on the field. So, not wanting to give targets away, but that's the way things go when you're playing against a deck that you don't usually play. So we're going to go ahead and tap 2 energy to play out a Bardock Unison this time. And you're going to plus him up to draw 1. And now here's the leader effect, stealing away the Jiren. So Jiren's going to go over to the other side. And leader swinging in at the Unison. Countering with testing the opposition, going to take a life and playing out the blocker. So trying to be a little defensive and protect a little bit off the Unison. Now Bardock swinging in. We're going to go ahead and block. Here comes an Overwhelm Mira. 3-drop Mira coming out. And this is the one where if there's 4 energy, then you'll tap it, and then you can play a 7-drop Mira on top of him. But there's only 3 energy for Finn. So here comes Mira. And he's swinging at the leader. 15k. And I'm not awakened yet. I'm still unawakened. Sitting at 3 energy. A quick super combo going up to 20 to fight off that attack. And then Mira's going to go to the warp. And then the Jiren's going to go ahead and come back onto my side of the field. Time to charge up. Going up to 4 energy. Trying to figure out how this is going to go. There's still 1 active energy for Finn. And 9 cards in hand for Finn. And then Absorption of Doom. I mean, that was the big counter card. So I was asking about Absorption of Doom. And we're just going to go ahead, and if there's 2 or more battle cards, you can activate this card for free. 2 or more battle cards, you're able to activate it for free. As long as you have that Unison out there, which is why I was actually targeting the Unison. I was trying to clear that off and keep that off the board, because a lot of those effects are spirit boost effects. So that's why I was trying to target the Unison early on. So I mean, another thought about the strategy, maybe it's better just to focus fully on the leader, just try to send every attack that way. You never know how things could play out differently. 4 active energy for Jiren here. 1 active energy for Finn. There's about 9 cards in hand over there. We're going to go ahead and plus the Unison back up. Going up to 3 markers. And it's time to get aggressive, I would say. Even though I know how this plays out, it's time to get aggressive. Jiren Surge of Strength, gonna go ahead and swing in at the Unison. And here's the Absorption of Doom again. This time he's gonna go ahead and pay for it though. So that gives me 2 more swings for the turn. He's gonna go ahead and restand. He's got dual attack. 2 more swings. You think, okay, you could probably get in some damage. Looks like about 5 life there for Finn. Only 3 life for Jiren. Still can awaken. Just having a quick think on this. So a couple of things going on. Let's step away from the battle real quick. A couple of things going on here. Once again, in-game Cards and Anime in Ventura, California. If you can, come on down. We're playing every Sunday at 2 o'clock, except for this coming Sunday, May 1st. There's going to be a regional down at San Diego at the Convention Center. And basically the whole team from In-Game Cards and Anime is going to be heading down there, including yours truly. I'll be down at San Diego. My cousin lives out there, so I'm going to go out there, stay with her for the night, and then I'll be ready to go Sunday morning. Looking to have some fun. This is actually going to be my first regional for DBS, so I'm very excited to go and take part. If you are a subscriber and you see me there, please come up, say hello, say what's up. And I'm looking to, meet a lot of people in this card game who are in this community and, try to work with a lot of people, see if I can set up some sort of collaborations. So it's just going to be, I'm hoping to have a really good time and a really good experience. And if you want to see how that all goes, some behind the scenes, let me know. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. I can try and get some extra recordings, some footage while I'm there, and put something together for you guys. So coming back into the action after that Absorption of Doom, I had to go ahead and leave 4 energy standing because I wasn't sure how I was gonna try and survive that next position. I tapped 2 energy for testing the opposition instead of taking the life this time. I'm playing out the blocker. And then here comes a 2-drop Deflect Barrier Finn. And if you have 4 more energy, he's going to be able to play this card, or he's going to be able to evolve it into a big Finn. So you do the Spirit Boost, which is going to go ahead and allow him to, I believe, get the big Finn and put it on top. There's one, he's asking how many cards were under those Jirens. There's 1 underneath each of them, so I'll be able to take a life. I won't be able to drop the 2 to keep them on the field. The leader's going to go ahead and try to take one of the Jirens. 9 cards in hand for Finn. And he's going to try to take a Jiren, so that way he can get the dual attack. So I'm going to go ahead and take 1 life to stop the Jiren from being absorbed by Finn. And now we're Spirit Boosting off Finn. So he's checking into my drop area to see what's there. He's going to be able to warp a card away. He's going to warp away the 1-drop Jiren. And then here comes the big Finn on top. And you do this for just a quick Spirit Boost. So now Bardock's going out. Now when this card comes out, all of the cards on the field are going to be swallowed up. And then there goes the cards under the Jiren. And I'm not going to go ahead and take any lives for any of those cards that are going to be taken away, because I'm already down to 2 life. Haven't awakened yet either. So here comes Finn coming in at the leader. Swinging in with 25. I was trying to hold my awakening for one of my offensive turns, which is why I still haven't awakened. Playing very dangerously. Here comes a super combo, looking to fight off this attack. Going up to 25. He's swinging at me with 25, and there's 1 more to fight off the attack. And now here comes the leader swing. No counters. Tapping 1 for the Supreme Kai of Time, Brainwashed. So swinging at me with 40k. So now I'm going to go ahead and awaken. Restanding 1 energy. I've got 3 active energy. Little quick 8 cards in hand for Finn. And I have to take that 1 hit, hoping to get into a counter or something off of the life. And here comes the swing with the Kai. She's 40k, double strike. Tapping 1, going 25, tap 1, 35. Tapping 1 to go up to 45, fighting off that attack. So Finn has an effect where he's going to take one card out from under the leader, and then he's going to be able to restand. So he's that 25k Finn restanding. He's going to go ahead and swing. I had 8 cards in hand at this point. So we're going to go ahead and see a dump here since I'm down to 1 life. I'm going up to 45, 50, 55. Yep, 55 swinging in. And I can only get up to 40 this time. So that was the first round. Let's go ahead and check the second. So after a quick power shuffle for both sides, we went ahead and started the next round. And I went ahead and had Finn go first. He's going to go ahead and tap 1. He's playing out the Deborah and then passing over to me. So here we go with some more standard Jiren plays. We're going to go ahead and charge 1. Leader's effect, taking a life to go ahead and dig into the deck. So once again, Jiren versus Finn. Second round of this little best of 3 matchup. And the cool thing about this Rising Phoenix Odyssey tournament is that you get double elimination. So you're going to go ahead, you'll play your first round, win or lose, you'll start moving on. But it is double elimination. So I'll go ahead and be having an opportunity to continue playing. Last time I played in it, I went ahead and had a really fun outing of I had 3 wins, 2 losses. And I mean, like I said, it was just a lot of fun to go ahead and showcase those battles for you guys, which they are here on the channel. There's a playlist, which I'm going to be including this battle and the next battles ahead into that playlist, so you can go ahead and check those out. And it's kind of cool to see how the game, or the decks change. And like I said, the way that this is designed is that every round you have to play a different deck. So you're seeing me here piloting the Jiren deck. I'm not going to be able to pilot this deck again. I have to run a different leader. So this tournament really rewards, creativity and having multiple decks, which is something that I really, really like about this game, is just the variety that you're able to, to utilize to play. So next week I'll be coming with something different. Once I find out who my opponent is going to be, I'll be coming with something different for you guys for here on the channel. So here the leader's going ahead and swinging. He's trying to put some pressure onto the little 1-drop Jiren, which I decided to go ahead and combo out of the attack. Now my line of thinking here was that I could throw away the 2-drop promo Jiren to play out those 2 1-drops back. So even if I went ahead and lost those from hand, I'd be able to get them back onto the field like in the next turn. So he's still swinging at him. He's swinging him with his Deborah, who's just a little 4K. So it's 4K on 4K 1-drop action there, but I went ahead and comboed away the Kunchi. The Kunchi doesn't have barrier, so I didn't want to have the leader snatch him off the board. So he tapped 1 more energy and played out another. I think that was just a little. Oh, that was the Unison, I think it was. And then he swung in on the 1-drop and cleared him. So I went ahead and I charged 1, leader's effect, to go ahead and play something out. And I think that was the difficulty for Jiren in this matchup, is that you got to leave cards on field, and they're not always going to be protected from that Finn leader. You kind of have to, now that I've played it and looking back on it, you kind of have to ride the 5-drop Jiren that has dual attack and a little bit of protection. Try to load up the field with those and then swing, swing, swing. Hopefully you can play through those Absorptions of Doom. And it forces Jiren to play a little bit of a longer strategy, which isn't what the deck wants to do. The deck wants to be aggressive right off the bat and go ahead and take care of its opponent in the early game. So here I'm doing a free EX Evolve, which is going to give me the ability to draw 1 and -10 off something. So I -10 off the Deborah, and then my leader's going to go ahead and swing in on the Unison. I decided to combo 1 card going up to 15, still trying to keep that pressure on the Unison. I did EX Evolve, so my Unison gained up some energy, gained up some power going up to 10, and then I comboed up to 15, trying to knock those markers off as best I could. I saw what the Spirit Boost could do in this Finn deck in that first round. I tapped 1 more energy, went into a Jiren looking for a draw, trying to power up my hand and protect him. And now this time he's got 2 cards underneath him. So if I had to, I don't have to take a life this time. I'd be able to use his effect to send the 2 cards to the drop area if he'd be removed from my battle area. And then at the end of the turn, Kunchi gets played out off of the Unison. So pass turn over to my opponent. He's going up to 3 energy. And once again, I mean, that could have been the thing. Maybe I shouldn't have played anything out, but then again, that's how the Jiren deck pluses up its hand size, getting those draws off of those cards that are playing out. So he went ahead and swung into my Unison, knocking off a marker, and then swinging again at the Unison with the Bardock Unison, knocking him down to 1 marker. And then there's the leader, snatching away my little 1-drop Kunchi and putting him underneath the leader. He's already awakened at 15 now. Tapping 2 to play out the 2-drop barrier, deflect Finn, drawing 1. And swinging into the Unison. And he's going to go ahead and clear that. I didn't evolve, so he's going to go ahead and clear him off. So here we did have a quick little, I thought he was using his effect to try and steal my Jiren, but then we talked about it, and no, that wasn't the case. So then I took that card that I had seen from my life, and I was going to shuffle it back into my life to go ahead and make sure everything was straightened out. Right, so there we go. Shuffling that back in, making sure everything's good. Okay, there we go. Getting everything figured out here. Quick shuffle of the life, lay them back out at 6 life. All right, and now here we go. I'm going to go ahead and charge up, or I already did charge up. So leader's effect, taking a life, searching through, looking for a card to play out. 1 drop. There's a 1-drop Kunchi coming out. When he's played, I'll be able to draw 1 card. Now, the thing with those Kunchis is they give all other 1-drops Red Universe 11, 1-drops barrier, but they don't give themselves barrier. And since that first Kunchi was taken, he's going to be skillless on my side of the field. Throwing away Jiren, Pride of Universe 11, to play out 2 1-drops from the drop area. So there's the play that I was talking about earlier on. My leader going ahead, swinging in at the Unison. And there's Absorption of Doom. I'm telling you, this card put in some serious work for Finn today, limiting my attacks. And that Finn is the one that Spirit Boosts and then gets played on top of it. When you Spirit Boost, you'll be able to get that 8-drop Finn out and do some damage. So now I'm trying to debate. Now I have quite a few Jirens on the field, which are targets for EX Evolves. I have no Unison out there. I'm going to go ahead and tap 1 for the EX Evolve. Now this might, like I said, thinking back on it, instead of going into the big boy, you're going to have to go ahead and think about maybe sticking with that 5-drop Jiren because he can't really be taken. And then here's the other card that put in work against me. I swung with my Jiren, and he hit me with a Petrification to negate the attack. He's ditching 1. That's going to stop me from activating my skills, which would have restood Jiren for that second swing. So I have 1 swing left here, 1 active energy, some targets on field for Evolve, but debating on how things go, those cards are going to probably get swallowed up by Finn. And I'm going to have to go ahead and pass turn. At this time, you know what? I didn't have any targets in hand. I can go ahead and share that now. I didn't have any targets in now to go ahead and evolve up. And the unfortunate thing is that I have that 8-drop Jiren now sitting out there, and he's going to get swallowed up. And then the Finn is going to gain double strike. So there goes the leader's effect, snatching up the 8-drop. Gaining double strike. Tapping 2 for Finn again. He's got Deflect and Barrier. Activating Spirit Boost. And here comes the big Finn on top. And then thanks to that Spirit Boost off of the big Finn, then everything on the field is going to be swallowed up by Finn. And all those cards that are swallowed up by Finn are going to give him a 5k boost, so he just becomes so powerful. Finn coming in the leader. So he's 25k, and we saw it in the first round that you can take a card from underneath the leader to go ahead and restand him. So I negated with Violent Rays, and then I ditched a card to go ahead and make sure that I wasn't swung at anymore with some big battle cards. So swinging it with the leader, I decided testing the ops here. And then swinging with Bardock at the leader, I went ahead and blocked. Activating Finn's effect, which is going to send the 8-drop Jiren to the drop area instead of it coming back out to my side of the field, because at the end of the turn, Finn spits all the cards that are underneath him back to your field, but they're skillless battle cards at that point. Tapping 1 for, I think that's a Toa, and she's coming out, and she's going to search the top 5 for a Demon Realm race. And he grabs a Deborah and adds it to his hand, and then here comes all of those little 1-drops back to my side of the field. So I grabbed all those back, went ahead and charged 1. And hoping to try and get something going. So now, as we can see here, Finn has just done a really good job of controlling the field, using the leader's effect to take the big problematic cards, and then putting back some smaller cards that, maybe they're not going to have as much impact at this point. There's no unison on my side of the field, and that's one of the major components of the Jiren strategy, is having the unison on field so that you can get those spirit boosts and get the evolves during the opponent's turn. So I decided to go ahead and tap 1 for 1 EX evolve. Going into the 5-drop Jiren, when this card's evolved out, I'm going to give a 1000 boost to my leader. I'm going to go ahead and awaken, draw 1, restand 1. So I'm back up to full power on the energy. EX evolving onto the other 1-drop. When this card is attacked, when this card evolves, I'll boost him up by drawing, and then I'll minus 10k off of the Toa. That's going to get her off of the field. My leader's going to gain a boost. So my leader's gained a 6k boost so far. And then here I'm debating. I was about to tap 2 for the boss. I can see that my opponent's down to 6 life. Jiren, Devastating Might, going to go ahead and swing into the unison. No negates, and I got him off of the board. So hoping to slow down some of those spirit boosts. Then Jiren swinging into the leader. And I decided to combo. Well, I left it at 19. I was thinking about comboing away those skillless cards. My opponent takes it, restanding, and then going into the big boy. Minusing 35 off the 8-drop, clearing him from off the field. Giving another 5k boost onto the leader. And then Jiren swinging in. And there's Petrification again. So just having the right counter at the right time. Finn looking to really control how things are playing out here. Negating the attack, stopping Jiren from activating his effects. And that was the big thing, is because I was looking to activate main and restand him for another big time swing. So my opponent's down to 4. He used the token negate to go ahead and take a life and play out a blocker. I still have 4 energy here, but I didn't have much cards in hand. I was trying to figure out a way to play around this deck, and it kind of cost me a little bit of hand size here, which usually Jiren is able to get a pretty decent hand size. And here we had like a little discussion on a way to boost the Jiren deck, is maybe it's time for a little bit of support for this deck to come out from Bandai. So maybe we can get something going here as a community to give Jiren a little boost. Another promo card just in case to restart your chain if it gets interrupted. Yep, I was hoping to get something going there, but Petrification stopped it in its tracks. Turning Jiren into stone, not letting him do his effect to restand, and then the leader on the next turn is going to go ahead and snatch Jiren. The 8-drop. There goes the 5-drop into the drop area. Tapping 1 for a violent raise, negating the attack. And ditching 1 card from hand. And I don't want to take any attacks from anything big, so I'm going to go ahead and stop him from swinging at me with anything over 20k, any battle cards. Tapping 2 energy for the Majin Buu unison. And Buu goes up to 3, so he's going to be at 20k. No counters. Comboing away the 2 skillless Kunchis off of the board. And then let's see here. 4 cards in hand for Jiren. And we have the little token going to go ahead and swing. Swinging in, no counters from Jiren, and a super combo to go up to 15. Try to put in some work. Vegeta super combos is going to put a card at the bottom of the deck and then draw 2. And then I'm super comboing back, fighting off the attack. Trying to draw a card into hand so I could possibly get something if I'm able to get onto the next turn. I'm at 3 life. Tapping 1 energy for a Deborah. It's going to draw 1. And then passing turn over to me. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get my big boy Jiren back, but he's skillless now. restand my energy, charging 1. Tapping 1 energy for Broly Crown Retribution, wanting to look into the hand. 2 active energy for Finn, so he's looking for some defensive plays. And we can see here the Mass Saiyan, Big Mira, the Secret Rare, Unison, and then a Mira promo, a couple of Finns, a Super Combo, and a Champa. So no negates here, getting rid of the Super Combo. Trying to slow down my opponent's ability to filter through his deck and to boost his power. Ditching away Jiren, bringing back a couple of 1-drop Jirens for evolving targets. 4 active energy. Tapping 1 energy for an EX Evolve, going into the 5-drop Jiren. Once again, like I said, I probably should have gone ahead and stuck with him. Giving my leader an additional 1k boost. Plus the 5k from the leader's effect, up to twice per turn. When you do the evolve, you're going to go ahead and get a boost. So quick little boost up. Jiren, Devastating Might, going to go ahead and start things off. Here comes a block. So 15k swinging. And then activating battle, tapping 1 for Supreme Kai. Now I didn't know the activate battle on this card. So if he taps 1 more, which is going to, then I can't swing with anything except my leader for the rest of the turn, unless I crit a life. So no response to that. Tapping 1 more, you get rid of her, and then after that, if I swing with anything that's not my leader, I have to get a life. So in hindsight, knowing what I knew about the hand, maybe it would have been better just to stop here and let that go. That secret rare is gone now. I went ahead and decided, well, I'm going to try and finish this off after looking at the hand. I knew that there wasn't any more counters. I started digging through the deck looking for, you know, something that I was going to be able to maybe try and finish this off with. Sitting at 3 life. So my opponent went ahead and took that hit, going down to 3. Tapping 2. Going into the big boy Jiren. Minusing 35 off of the token. Jiren is going to go ahead and swing in at the leader. There's no negates, and I'm taking away the life there. So, and another thing, actually, what I should have probably done was gone ahead and comboed up here to push this attack, make sure I push it through. I left it at 35 double strike, and then here my opponent goes ahead and starts comboing out of the attack, and then activating the effect, ditching a card underneath him, restanding him, but now I'm only at 2 life, while my opponent's at 3. Swinging with anything that's not the leader is going to cost me a life. So that's where I realized, okay, this is probably going to be something that I'm not going to be able to get out of this turn. And I should have probably just waited off. But that's all right. I mean, it's all learning experience. Now I know. With the regional coming up, I've got some ideas now. You know, you never know what kind of decks you're going to run into. I believe there's going to be over 250 players at this tournament. So you never know what deck you're going to be matching up with. So every opportunity you have to sit down and play, and then, like I said, coming back and checking out my own battles, it helps me think about the game in a different way. You know, try to make myself more competitive when I sit down for games like this. So I could go ahead and swing. I could go ahead and pass, like I said. And I'm actually here at this moment. I was actually saying, I don't know if there's any way that I'm going to get out of this anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and swing 35 double. And he goes ahead and takes it. But that's it. I knew that it was going to be all cosmetic at this point. I had a couple cards in hand. Just one. It was a super combo that I had in hand. And a couple of active battle cards. But there wasn't going to be much that I could do here. So he's going to go ahead and overwhelm here. And playing out Amira is going to, when you play a card with Union Absorb, it's going to go ahead and take a card from hand. And then that is going to pretty much be it. Swinging in with everything here, comboing up, and that's going to be the game. All right, well, thank you for tuning into this first round of the Rising Phoenix Odyssey YouTuber tournament. Be on the lookout. Have that notification bell turned on because I'm going to be bringing the next round to you guys sometime next week. And I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching the video.